Hi, how you all doing today? And I'm back with another movie review. And this is probably one of the most darkest horror movies I've ever seen. I saw this movie that's been all over TikTok from people have been talking about different movies and whatnot. And this movie came up as probably one of the most disturbing that's been talked about. And that is called Soft and Quiet. Now, for the first 45 to 50 minutes, it's just you think, oh, it's going to be one of those movies and nothing much happens, sort of dialogue. It's pretty much it escalates quite quickly after that. I'm telling you, it is a must watch through the end. Even though you think, oh, it's just a bit boring. So it's not actually, and it's about these teachers that have a get together, like a mix up as well. Just teachers, this women teachers, and they started. It's just introducing themselves, and they're part of something. They're part of something racial. Let's put it that way. It's just like white women. They talk about they're pretty much racist. And I know, listen, Bloomhouse. I know Bloomhouse was part of this movie that made it. I knew the intention to mean it. I know you didn't intention to mean to make it that way, but that's kind of how it looked in a sense. Because if you think about it, black people are acting or brown people in this sort of movie, it wouldn't work. So that's why they had to fit in white people for this. But I can see where you're going with it, and it is actually a good, decent movie. It got disturbing out towards the second half of it, and they start introducing each other, what they think and their feelings towards certain type of other people. I don't get about controversial rants. It's not the time, not the channel for it. But yeah, they start talking to, and they decide to go to the shop. I think one teacher had to leave, which was pregnant or something like that. Whereas the other teachers went to this store to get some wine and whatnot, and then they come across these two Asian girls. I think they were Chinese or Japanese, something like that. And they start an alteration with them. I think Emily or Kim, is it Emily or Kim? I think it's the blonde one that you see at the start of the movie. She's the one that organized all this, and I think she knew her from their past. And then they start bullying her a little bit at the shop, and then these, I think they looked about 16, 17. It's quite brutal. You might know where this is going. They walk out the shop. I'm gonna skip some of these parts. And then said your brother is an R word, which made this woman quite mad. This teacher quite mad. It's yeah. You can pretty see how much of this goes. And one that I think was Leslie saw that. Leslie decides to play a practical joke. Go to their house and just fool around and whatnot. And then when they found out that the girls came back, they tie them up. They make sure they don't escape, and they start tormenting them. And then in one scenario, I think one of the women gave this girl some like nuts or something like that, and they put alcohol. They made them drink a lot of alcohol and whatnot. It's yeah, this, and she starts like choking, and they find that she's allergic to nuts from her sister. I think it's her sister, some of this Asian girl's sister. It got pretty messed up. There's like the odd scenes of that is pretty crazy, and they could have made it more crazy in this movie, but I think because of the production stuff, because of script, I don't think they wanted to go too far with this in terms of a really controversial movie, and it is very very controversial. I heard it's a psychological horror. Um, I wouldn't necessarily call it that, even though they got tormented, psychologically and mentally. I would suppose it's mostly a very dark horror movie, and I don't know what else to add. They had to clean up the house. It's it's pretty messed up. Like they make I'm not saying that all white people are perfect. So there's quite a lot of racist people out there, but I'm just saying it's pretty strong how the script went. To be honest, I have no other words to say that. I had to watch this from TikTok. If it wasn't for TikTok, because I wouldn't have gotten movies like this. Some movies, it's pretty crazy. I was gonna watch Insidious, but one problem with that is on this site it has like a link which is stuck on there, like a promoting, advertising, it promoting stuff like that, and there's like a language. Bear in mind, I took off subtitles in the site. It shows like the different language. I'm gonna try and watch it another day and just force myself to go, to watch and go out through it. But this was one of the movies I needed to watch. In the meantime, I had to. It's an hour and 30 minutes. Um, I have no idea. I have no other words to say about this. It's very sick and twisted. Now there are movies where it can get a lot worse than that, like Hostel. It's different kettle of fish though. Hostel people get paid to torture, but this here it's sort of like they just want to torment these two girls. It's really quite sad to see. I think they looked about 16, 17. I don't know, one of them did mention they have a job. You know, whoever makes these type of movies, down below, what they have in their imagination. I kind of had the feeling this movie, I don't know what to expect. I don't know if it was going to be good or bad. I thought, I misunderstood when I read the description. Oh, it's going to be Emily, sees one of the people from her past and there's alteration between them. I misunderstood that as she was having an argument with the other women. That's what I misunderstood it as. Because one of the women had a gun. So I did see the trailer of it before I watched it, and it looked good to me. So, the rating, I don't forget about the rating. Whew. I'm gonna have to give it a 7 out of 10. It's really tough. I give it a 7 out of 8. It's not the greatest horror movie I've ever seen. It's not the most darkest. I think if it was a bit more dark, it'll probably add to the rating. I'm not being brutal or evil here, but horror is can mostly be dark or scary or crazy. This one here is just mostly dark towards the end. I think if they would have had less dialogue and they would have had more in this movie, they would have done more, probably would give it a higher rating. I would say it's a really good, decent movie. So 7 out of 10 is good. It could deserve an 8. That's the highest I could have possibly got, but I think 7 for now. I don't make it. This movie ain't good. It's not the greatest I've ever seen, but it's certainly quite disturbing considering what they do to those poor girls, to be honest. So yeah, 7 out of 10 is my rating. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification below, comment and share with everybody you know. I'll just see you in my next video.